Good try.
Good try.
You'll get it next time, buddy.
You weren't good enough.
We love your input.
God, this guy's gonna cry when he sees this.
Hey y'all, it's Bree. We're back with another talk series. I just want to give a couple shout outs. One to Hell Creek. There's going to be a link below, so y'all check them out for some cool hats. Also, at the end of the video, we're going to pick a name for this talk show. Finally, we're going to pick a name. I am here with Mason and Michael. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Hello.
I'm Mason. I'm Bree's oldest brother. So, that's me.
I'm Michael. I like to hunt.
Okay. The question that we're going to wrap everything around is, I know we all come from different backgrounds of life. We'll just put it that way. So, the question is, what do y'all think makes a cowboy? There's no wrong answers. I want y'all to go one at a time, and we'll talk about it.
I think Michael should go first.
Oh, look. First thing you gotta do, gotta get you a good pair of boots, alright? Even twisted X's. Shout out to Mason, because he made me jealous. I want to get some. But, you gotta look the part, you know? You gotta walk the walk before you can talk the talk. You see what I'm saying? Get you the dress up, nice. Pearl down shirt, some good jeans.
Okay, so apparel.
Yeah, I guess you can sum it up that way. No. In all seriousness, it's all in your heart. I think that's what makes...
Like interest or what?
No, just, I mean, to me, being a cowboy is being a man. See what I'm saying? You gotta, it's your morals, how you carry yourself, how you treat family, friends, how you treat strangers even, you know. The way I treat everybody is I treat them off the bat, I treat them the same. You are my best friend when I first meet you. The second you do me wrong, that's whenever you see the other side of me. That's not a definition of a cowboy, but that's how I carry my lifestyle. And that's how I think a lot of other people should too, because I think, and it could be wrong, but if people were nicer instead of just being mean, having this grudge against people you don't even know, I think it'd be a lot cool, calmer, more relaxed place.
We might have a better world, actually.
Might have a little bit of a better world. I'm not saying everybody can do it, but that's just how I start off with everybody.
Mason?
The way that I see it is that the meaning of being a cowboy is just the life that you accept.
You don't have to dress up like a cowboy to be a cowboy. You don't. And that's what a lot of people misunderstand, is that you try to dress up like you actually are a ranch hand or you actually own a big old ranch.
Yeah.
It's mostly the life that you accept. It's something that you work hard for. It's something that you pour out sweat and blood for. It's not a dressing kind of situation. It's something that you do.
See, and that's how I think. A cowboy is somebody that lives off the land.
Exactly.
Whether it be cattle or even a farmer with crops.
Yes.
You live off the land. I see a lot of blue-collared people, you know, and they're like, not cowboy. But I call them cowboys too because they work with their hands. A cowboy is a very hard-working man. And I know there's people that are like, there's some people that if you ride a horse, you're a cowboy. You wear boots, you're a cowboy. And I think it's how you live that way, that lifestyle, how you live is what makes you a cowboy.
Yeah, you can ride a horse and then just go ahead and call yourself a cowboy. No, that horse is actually your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And he is also used as a vehicle because he helps you to get into rough situation and he helps you herd cattle or just scope out the land pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And also the other thing is that, I mean, you don't have to have 1,000-acre ranches. You don't. You can be just a wrangler, just somebody like a ranch hand and be in a very small cabin with maybe an acre, but you drive to a ranch to actually get some work done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't have to have all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but you love it so much that you would go somewhere in order to be in it.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the cowboy is also respecting the world as it is. The land, they respect the land because they're not going to do something to completely destroy it. They want to preserve it.
Exactly. I mean, it's something that me and you have discussed before. I mean, we don't like it when we see all these big old housing developments that keep growing and growing
And being in places where they're not supposed to be at.
they're not supposed to be there because those were actually good farmlands. And a lot of those farmers were actually doing pretty good work. But then, of course, then they got bought out by the city
Yeah.
or people that, what do you call them? People that just own the housing development. And they buy off the land from you just so they can put a housing development there.
Yeah.
And that's why I get so frustrated about that. Is just because they try to take away the land from us.
Yeah.
And like all these cities are growing and it's just
And it's forcing us to move out further just so we can be away from all of that.
exactly. And the struggle with us being in Texas, is that there's a whole lot of people coming down to Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Texas is overcrowding right now.
I know there's a lot of ranches that are being sold right now because of all of this overgrowing, and they're forced to leave. And it's sad because there's people that grew up in a hometown that aren't able to stay in their hometown that still want that privacy.
Exactly.
It's not a small town anymore. You just overgrew that poor little town, and now it's part of the city.
Well, you know, the big one that really does do that is Walmart. You put a
Yeah.
Walmart in a small town, that town's going to shoot right out.
Yeah.
And then you put another grocery store in there. Like right now, we got a new Brookshire's, which is called Fresh. Now they just put that one in.
Mm-hmm.
So now
We can expect more.
we're going to
development.
expect more. Exactly.
Mhm.
They're already building another building right there next to it too.
Oh, yeah, they are. God.
So we're moving?
I want to. Well, the problem is, where are you gonna go? You built your life around this.
Mhm.
You know, me on my struggle, I'm not gonna go make money somewhere else at another dealership than doing what I do. There's not that much traffic that goes through there to where there's enough problems. I can't go make money out there.
So you have to work around that development.
Pretty
make the
much
money.
to make the money
Mhm.
that I do, being a tech, electrical is gonna take off in 10 years. It's gonna be everywhere. But I think that's the issue with a lot of people is they get pushed further and further away, but they have to have the city to work in because
Mhm.
that's all they've been around. Yes, they're country, they live on the countryside, but they make their money over here in the city. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. That me, like, yeah, I grew up living off the land, hunting, fishing, doing all that kind of stuff, you know. Never really cowboy, but country boy, I'll say that. But how I made money was always in housing developments, mowing grass and stuff like that. That's to every kid. Then I got into working restaurants and stuff like that. And then also becoming a tech, body shops, things like that. So there's pros and cons to it, but I still hate the city. It's just that's what I feel like everybody has an issue with, is going from here to where you have an actual good job, you're making decent money, you've got a good living, and then moving completely away to where there's nothing. Then what are you going to do? You're forced to be a rancher or a farmer.
Mm-hmm.
And I give them
Because
props.
there's nothing else around.
I give them props to do that though, because that's a hard work. being a
Well, and
farmer or a
nowadays you have to
rancher.
be an actual big
You have to be a big
outfit.
farmer to
mhm,
be able
to make a living off of it.
Yeah.
And I actually do want to go ahead and say something because you actually told me this, and at first when you first told me it, I didn't like it, but I actually fully understand it. But
I'm scared what you're gonna say.
No, it's all good because remember we were talking about like what makes a cowboy, but there's also you got two types of cowboys.
Okay.
You got your actual. You got cowboys, and you got show cowboys.
Oh Lord, yeah.
And here's the thing, though, like because when I first heard show cowboys, I'm like, I'm not just.
You took it the wrong way.
I took it the wrong
Yeah.
way because when I heard show cowboy, to me it sounded like I was just putting on an outfit
Yeah.
and parading around.
Yeah.
But when you explained it, because this is exactly what we do, and this is exactly what a show cowboy does, is that technically the cowboy life is their side job. We have jobs in the city
Day
and
jobs.
everywhere else, day jobs.
Yeah, we
full-time.
don't have enough money to be ranching all the time. We got a day job, and then we're show cowboys.
Exactly. So, because this is our side job, like ranching and all that. That's our side job.
Mm-hmm.
After we get done with a full day's of work, but because we still ride horses,
Mm-hmm.
we rodeo,
Mm-hmm.
and we work cows. But it's still the cowboy life. Now, a regular cowboy, he is he's technically a ranch hand, and that's all he does. That's his full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't go out anywhere else to go make money. He works at the ranch,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where he stays.
Authentic.
That's where he lives.
Yeah, when I was up at Hell Creek, I was telling Hunter because his family, they're all cowboy, like they cowboy, and I've never seen an outfit like that before. So looking at him, I'm like, man, I thought I was cowboy, and I watched these guys actually like get dirty with it. I'm just like, I'm not gonna get in their way at all. So I told him, I was like, man, we got enough beef to last us through winters, and that's about it. And he said, no, that's okay. That's okay. You're sharing your lifestyle with other people, and the way of this life is kind of going a little downhill because people don't want to put in the work for it.
That's the other thing is a lot of kids don't want to be part of this.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think that it's even worth it. Michael loves it. He wasn't actually like
raised into it.
Exactly. But he's being in it right now because he loves it. Right now, that's his passion. And I wish more people were like him.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I've always come up on land, but it was just more on I guess the hunting aspects of things. Never being one with an animal. I mean, yeah, when you're hunting, it's a blissful feeling. You're taking life from something to harvest it.
But you still respect it.
Yeah, I still respect it, but I'm talking like actually ride and you are one with that animal. I've never done that. I've always seen movies about it.
It's a different feeling, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it's just an example. Shooting a deer with a bow, shooting a deer with a gun. I'll never pick up a gun for a deer, ever again. Because shooting a deer with a bow was just, I felt more connected.
Right.
That's the feeling that I got the first time I got on a horse, ever. I was like, dang, like, I'm not completely in control. We have to work together.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just
It's
me.
a partnership.
Yeah, it's not just me.
Mm-hmm.
It's him and I, or her, whatever. But we don't get marriage.
Well, that's what mostly means to be a horseman.
Yeah.
Is that you and the horse are you work as one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just go out on a horse and just put a saddle on it and just ride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
No, horsemanship is an art.
It is an art.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a lot harder.
It's all about
than I
trust
thought
and
it would
respect.
be. Yeah, for sure. But
Trust, respect, and love.
piggybacking off of what you said with the whole work ethic thing, yeah, this generation is horrible with work ethic. I mean, I grew up and I had to work. I had to have a good work ethic, and it paid off in the end because I got a lot of older people telling me like, hey, if you ever want a job, come work for me. You got a great work ethic kind of deal. But another thing is there's a lot of hatred, like I said earlier, a lot of hatred, and especially, and I don't want to say especially this culture, but I know on the hunting side of things, like duck hunting, and then also with trucks and stuff like that, truck shows, car shows, because I used to do that all the time. There's a lot of hate, and there'll be the little guy that's trying to do it. You know what I mean? And that's what I think a lot of other people get pushed away from it, because you'll have those cowboys that are like think they're top of the world kind of thing.
Their ego.
Their ego gets in
a
the
little
way.
too high.
Very.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll push that little guy away.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to get there and be like, oh, you playing
Mhm.
a part. Like, I mean, y'all have changed me. Yeah, I mean, I'll put it in the open. Y'all have changed me.
Mhm.
The way I dress, everything like that. It's been enhanced for sure. And I get comments about it all the time. Oh, you're just a full-blown cowboy now, huh? Well, I guess so. So I was saying, look the part. You know what I mean? But you also have to walk it too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what he was getting to as well. It all kind of ties in together. But, I mean, I think hatred is another big deal. Work ethic and hatred.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are the two destroyers of any culture. I
Oh,
mean, no matter
yeah.
what you're doing, if you're trying to be a pro athlete, you're always going to have those big dogs
Mm-hmm.
sitting there barking down at you. You know, you're good for nothing. Why are you here? Who do you know that's up in the big house? Deals like that. So
That's why I hate rodeo. I really do, because there's those people, especially on the weekend rodeos, that they belittle people.
Yeah.
There's some people. We were at a play day. Some girl didn't have a horse, and Thomas Brockway gave her his horse and said, "You can ride in the play day if you want to."
Mm-hmm.
And there's other girls who are like, "Oh, she doesn't have her own horse. She's
No.
she's not real."
And that's another thing I think about being a cowboy, being a man, because I think those two tie together pretty well.
Yes.
Is you lend a hand out without expecting anything else in return.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I've always grown up being taught. I also kind of think you can't be taught that though too. You can only be taught so much respect.
Mm-hmm.
It's how much you carry it afterwards. Because parents never stop parenting, but eventually you're gonna go off and be your own person.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where a lot of these guys with high egos go off the deep end with it. They think, "Oh, I'm too good. I can't learn anymore." That's what your dad tells me all the time. You learn something every day.
Yeah.
Yep.
And every day, when we were moving those two heifers, I was learning everything
Mm-hmm.
just right then and there. Every day I'm at work figuring something out with electrical. I'm learning something there too.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't like people that sit there and go and think there's nothing more they can do. I'm top dog. You can only have that title for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you win the American or whatever you're in, you can only have it so long
Yeah.
because that person's coming right there behind
Mm-hmm.
you. And that could be that little boy, that little dog that's running behind you, So.
And I do want to go ahead and point out that technically what makes a good cowboy is when he has worked together with others. Because if you actually pay attention and you see the group of guys that actually work together and get along with each other, those are the best cowboys to hang around
Honestly,
with.
they don't have to get along. I've seen a lot of fights.
Well, that's
They don't
true.
have to get along.
But at
once
the end,
you're
they love each other.
Once you're horseback and you're moving those cows, you're gonna have to learn to get along.
Yes.
Because
Sure.
boss man is gonna beat your little booty if you don't get it done.
And that's it. But if you have a guy that works mostly alone, he has an ego and he's just going to talk trash to you all the time and he's not going to help you out.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I was trying to go with, is that if you have guys that actually work together to help each other out, to build each other up, and actually help the little guy out,
Welcoming arms.
those are your good guys right there.
Yeah, I just can't stand the people that think you're just born knowing something. No one is.
No one ever.
I mean, yeah, natural talent is there, raw talent, but
You have to be introduced to it.
yeah,
first.
being born into knowing something doesn't exist at all.
Never.
You're born
I mean,
to
not-
cry.
Yeah, it's not the only thing we know how to do when we're born. I mean, we have to learn, let's see, how to
crawl.
walk, how
Mhm.
to talk, what language you're going to speak.
Mhm.
You have to
earned.
learn all that stuff. Yeah, earned. I mean, I just can't. Oh, you don't know this? No. I mean, me. I didn't know what I was doing out there, but I learned.
Yeah.
And you did try to help out.
That's one thing I always will do is lend a hand out.
Absolutely.
Try to figure
It's
out
very
what I can
important.
do. But there also is my conscience in the back of my head. Am I in the way? Am I slowing things down?
I felt that way too, like just standing there and not doing anything and be like, I feel completely useless.
I can't
right now.
stand there and
But-
do it. Watching people do something, I
you're
can't
just sitting
stand
there
there.
like,
You're just sitting there looking, and you're just like, oh yeah, okay. And then
Yeah,
the back
that's
of your
what
head,
you
you're
got.
like, you are useless. What are you doing here?
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it has come the time. We're gonna figure out what we're naming our podcast. Are y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
So actually all of them, you guys wrote down what y'all wanted on a piece of paper. I wrote down one earlier this morning, but all the other ones, lovely TikTok and Instagram people have chosen. If we don't like any of them, we're starting from scratch. But I'm hoping we can figure it out. Figure
How
out
many's
what
in
we
there?
want.
22?
I don't know.
We are. That's a pretty thick stack.
That
So-
is actually pretty.
We're
We
gonna
ought to
figure
find
it out.
one.
I want to
So,
explain.
lovely Hell Creek sponsors this. Okay, so we're all going to pick one.
Okay.
I'm feeling this. I need like a.
I feel like I'm back in like preschool.
We gotta do-
It's the win the ball or the pencil.
Mason, close your eyes. And pick one and read it out loud.
Okay. Oop. I actually picked the one that I wrote.
No way.
I actually did.
Okay, what'd you write?
So what I put was ranching stories, but
Okay.
I mean, because it's not mostly stories that we're going to be talking about. So what I wanted to change it to was ranching time.
Okay, that sounds a lot like Delber's.
I was just about to say I don't want to copy. And
Yeah.
We're not going to be copying.
Look,
Yeah, it has to be original.
if you ain't got time in your timeline, you ain't no cowboy.
Shout out Delber's.
Then
Close your eyes.
I guess ranching stories would probably fit a lot better than that.
Maybe we should break them actually.
We got Breeze Country Chat.
Oh, I know who put that one too.
That's not bad.
That is actually not bad. I think that's actually
He
way
says
better.
it's because I chat a lot.
Oh.
Okay, let's rate it from 1 to 10 though. So how about ranching stories or ranching time, whatever Mason would.
I think that would be
1
like
to
a 2 or a
5.
3.
The only
5.
thing that I don't like about that one is it kind
It
of sounds like
sounds
Dale Brisby. And that's the one thing I
Okay,
hate.
Well, and I wasn't really thinking about it. So.
No, yeah. Well, you
No,
don't watch
you're
the
good.
guy that
But I do know there's going to be some better ones in there.
Okay,
So
country chatter.
I give that one a good 6.
1 to 5.
I was about to say.
You said 1 to 10.
I'd say
earlier.
a solid 3.5.
Okay,
I give it a 3.
that's fine. All right. I'm gonna mix it up a little more. Oh yeah, somebody did this on Instagram. Flares drag the ground. I don't know what flares are.
It's a little
Did the-
long.
Yeah, it is
yeah,
a
that
1.
is. I give that a 1.
It's a 1.
I'm sorry. Whoever,
No offense
whoever
to
wrote,
that,
whoever
but-
wrote that, I'm sorry, but I mean, good try though.
Good try.
Good try.
You'll get it next time,
You weren't
We-
good enough.
We love your input.
God, this guy's gonna cry when he sees this.
What?
I actually do have the one that says breathe bullshit. I don't think that's
That's a
on.
solid 50. I like it. Kidding. We're not-
said 5.
We're not doing anything
We're-
that's cussing.
yeah,
I just thought it
we're
was
not-
funny.
We're PG
We're PG ish.
13.
13.
Ish.
Minions is 13. Let's see, this one is Shooting the Bull. It's not bad.
That would be more
I
like
don't want to shoot the bull though.
that sounds more like
Jack.
that's
Poor Jack.
that sounds more like a bullfighting kind of
Yeah,
channel.
I guess it kind
Yeah.
In my opinion.
So we could use it.
Yeah, we only got one. No, we got 2.
I mean, if
we have 2 bulls.
we could use it when we're actually doctoring
No,
cows,
we
like working
can-
cows.
it could be a
What-
segment.
What we can do is take like half of whatever it is and then finish out the rest.
Just
of it.
letting y'all know. The
Okay.
Rangers won.
Did
6
they
to
really?
5.
Hell yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay, this one says cowgirl shit.
No,
No.
PG.
No, PG. This one's actually pretty good.
What is it?
Well, I mean, this is actually something that I would name it just because this is exactly I would think.
Okay.
Ropin' and Ranching Podcast.
We'd have to change podcast.
Oh yeah, that was just what was on. the-
Yes. But I do like
I like
Ropin' and
roping and
Ranching.
ranching. That would be Never mind.
There's still
I'll
good,
save that for.
There's still good ones in here. I like this one. This one says, ranch around and find out.
Reach around and find out. It's got a little tin.
That does. That actually does sound pretty good. I say,
We're starting to like
yeah.
these. Which ones?
like keep the ones that we do like. The ones that actually are probably gonna make it. We'll put them to a vote.
I feel bad because Chris is not here, and I kind of wanted her to be in on this, but.
I mean, she did. She did
I
start
might
it
call
out.
her and be
Yeah, she started.
She started it.
She's the origin.
Us bashing barrel racers.
Ooh, I like this.
What?
Rowdy's Talk Show.
Okay, yes. So I do like that. The only problem is
Who's
there's
Rowdy?
actually a guy on TikTok named Rowdy, and I'm actually friends with him. He's a roper for Smarty.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, it'd be good. So we would have to like change it.
Instead of rowdies, we could put rowdy, but I don't think we're really
I don't think
rowdy.
we're that rowdy.
No,
And
we're not.
especially not here. I mean, we could probably get rowdy out there, but I don't know.
Not yet.
Give me one. All right.
Oh no! Before you say anything, so for the Rowdy's talk, the guy also put a punchline. Do you want to hear it? Where hats flip and boots kick.
No, that guy went the extra mile. I feel kind of bad.
Yeah.
I like it because it was the hat flip. Anyways, you go.
Anywho, we're talking.
I mean, that is
We're
pretty much
talking.
straight to the point, but I don't want to have a show
It
that's
needs to
called
be more
We're Talking.
country.
Yes,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Something more with a little pet kind in
Okay, this one's the one I wrote because I thought I really like people wearing their brands, right? So I put rep the brand or keep the brand. I just like
What?
brands. Rep the brand
it. Rep the brand or keep the brand?
or keep the brand. It's a slash, so it's like either or.
Brands are dope. Especially when you start getting hats and shirts.
Tater Talk.
Emma
thought you
said that.
Tater tot.
Tater Talk.
Tater talk.
Hungry.
She told me that because I'm small like a tater.
Oh, man. I think this should be like a side one to where we have little kids.
No,
And we'll...
I'm not putting little kids on my show.
No.
No, we can have the apparently kid.
He's like older than dirt now.
No, he's not.
Probably.
Like, let's have like a junior kind of deal to where we actually
That
ask
would be
little
cool.
questions. Like, we actually ask little kids.
They can ride Sam.
Yeah, we'll bring out Sam. The little miniature.
Here's mine.
What'd you write?
Texas talk.
No.
No.
Daggum.
No. I mean,
Last one. This one.
Man, you couldn't have even thought about it a little bit longer.
No. So this one we can't do, obviously, because it's off of a movie. But it's I'm Your Huckleberry.
The
We can't
best
use
movie
it.
ever made.
It is not the best
Oh,
movie
yes,
ever.
it was.
It's one of the good westerns. It's not the best western.
Good.
So, the ones that we liked was Ropin' and Ranchin' podcast, Ranch Around and Find Out.
Hey, well, let's not be too harsh on Texas.
Is that
talk,
it?
Okay.
Is that
Those
it?
are the ones that were like, okay, we like this. So what are we calling the talk?
I don't know.
I also kind of want to have something that has the G in it because we are the G Cross brand.
Yeah.
So I would like to have a talk show that does have a G in it. But Ropin' and Ranchin', what was the other one?
Texas
Ranch
talk.
Around and Find Out.
Ranch Around and Find Out. Those are all good ones, but they all start with an R. but I
Or
would-
Breeze Country Chatter.
which is pretty good, especially for like a podcast like this.
For my name,
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I'm
here's
very...
the thing, though. Are you going to have segments? Because I'm thinking, like, a lot of these, you know me, whenever I think, it just goes all over the board.
When we're not having segments. It's a talk show. We just talk.
Because I think mini tater talks would be good, whatever that one was.
It's not mini.
Yeah, tater. Tater talk. That'd be cool for the little one.
Like,
I'm
'cause
not
go-
having segments, guys. I just need a name so I can close out the video, please.
To be continued.
I hate those. G Cross Talks.
No, it don't roll off that well.
Yeah, it does.
You don't look like you roll off.
I would hope I don't look like a ball. You're gonna be like my
see,
mother.
I
and stay
have
on
no
the tree.
idea.
I mean, but here's the other thing though, is that I don't want to use everything with G cross though.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would like to have something that does.
I need
kinda-
something that's catchy.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. If you, or that's what I was thinking. I didn't say it. I thought I said it. But I was
You're done.
It's my hood. But what I'm getting at is, whenever you hear it, it's just gonna be it. Like everybody in the room will know. Like that's the one.
You know how whenever you rope and you pull your slack?
Yes.
No.
What if we say,
Ropes and slacks.
don't miss the slack?
Ooh. I feel like that would be more like in our rodeo, kind of like when we're at the arena.
Mason,
Honda
there
and
is no segments. This is a talk show.
Honda and horns.
No.
Ah, I got ooh. You're so mean.
Don't slack my Honda or something.
No.
Something. I feel like it has to do something with roping because we're all ropers here.
Mini ropers.
Mini roper.
Dallion.
Ooh,
To.
That's not bad. No.
Oh, just
don't-
call it Dallion.
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 Are we liking Dallion?
I'm liking Dallion.
I'm liking Dallion. Let's sleep on it.
Sleep on it.
Let's sleep.
Let's regroup at the next talk show.
We'll regroup. We'll get a good meal in us. Us, I mean me.
Okay.
Maybe chase a few Z's. Or catch
We
a
will
few Z's.
regroup at the next show
Okay.
with Carissa
We do need to have.
So when
Chris.
is that going to be?
whenever you come back. I'm gonna ask Chris if she's busy and see if we can call her
Okay.
and see if she likes the name. If she answers,
Dallion. It just sounds like a song.
you sound like a song.
Oh, that's not really the nicest thing
It's
you've ever
probably a
said to
hate
me.
song if it's about Michael. I'm kidding.
Hold on, she said
Mine will
she's
be
not
low.
busy at the moment. Just give me a second.
Words hurt, okay?
I know. I'm sorry.
Carissa,
What are
we're
you
coming for you.
You better answer the phone.
Okay, I'm gonna call her. I don't care. Oh, no, she's typing. Give me a second. Definitely. Awesome! We're calling her.
Anticipation.
Speaker it is.
Oh, hang on.
Yo, what's up?
The sky.
Oh, amazing. So we're on the talk show. We're trying to figure out what to name the talk show.
I was
Right?
gonna say, those comments a few days back, those were really good.
Right? Okay, so I put them in a hat and I shook it up, and I have Mason and Michael here with me. We all read them. We kind of liked some, we kind of didn't. But we came up with one that we think we like.
Okay, what's it called?
Dallion.
I like it.
Really?
Honestly, that's something that perfectly fits you, but it makes sense for how you talk, because you just keep going on and on. I like it.
I was just gonna say because we're all ropers, but I guess that works.
No, you keep talking.
I think Dallion's our winner.
So,
I like it.
Well, I'm gonna let you go. We will regroup whenever you come back.
Awesome.
All right.
Love you, girly.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Well, there you go.
She likes it.
And I've already have an idea for a logo for Dallion.
Who has a degree here, Mason?
You do, but I want to go ahead and give you.
Okay. We will talk about that later.
you can't give the ideas to the public, man. What are you doing? We're famous. She's famous.
Yeah, technically she's the one. That's
I'm a nobody.
Okay, you're Michael.
Me. Wow.
Okay. You guys say your goodbyes, please.
Goodbye.
Oh, I need a.
All right, goodbye.